Who would survive longer on Naked and Afraid?
You. I'm not a camper. I'm not a like build a fire type gal.
Like you could be naked, but as soon as you're afraid, you're out.
I'm a naked person. I'll be naked, but I'm not going to be afraid.
Yes. Hello. We're back.
Double digits.
Episode 10.
Can't believe it.
Let's go! We don't go to the club anymore, but I can imagine that's what it feels like.
Yeah. We just had the club right in here.
Yeah.
I just felt that.
Episode 10. Thank you for sticking with us for, well, I guess 9 episodes, but you're here for episode 10.
You are.
So thank you. And you probably are, but in case you're not, don't forget to follow us at BFFR Show on socials, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever else there is to listen and watch
all
BFFR Show.
Yeah.
Tune in, rate and review. Please.
5 stars. You know this though by now. You know it.
The hotline is open. 1-833-TXT-BFFR.
That's 1-833-898-2337.
And after last episode, we got a lot of DMs. Sid doesn't know, but I know.
Yeah, she has a surprise for me, and I'm trying to see what's going on here.
Keep them coming. Or email us. We are inclusive. You can email us at feedback@bffrshow.com.
Or DM Allie.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah, that works.
So, how you doing, Sydney?
Oh, I'm good, you know.
You're rolling. You're moving.
I'm moving. I'm rolling. I'm running. I'm playing. Everything's good.
Yeah. And this is a 4th of July. This is right after the 4th of July. We are filming this before the 4th of July.
We also have practice on 4th of July.
We always do.
And the 5th. So we probably aren't going to have any crazy stories for you. But
But here's to our future 4th of July selves. Hope we both had a great time.
Yeah.
Lots of fireworks.
Yeah.
Which actually takes me to my BFFR moment. And unfortunately, it was not me saying BFFR to someone else. It was someone else saying BFFR to me. Because there's the little like trend funny videos of people saying that they married into a family that runs 5Ks on holidays.
Couldn't.
And Lucas said, "Be for real, Allie. That's you.
You are that family.
We are." And I've never thought about it like that.
Could never marry you.
Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, we did like a 2-hour hike, and 4th of July, this will probably be the first year. It won't be in the Palisades because there is always a Pacific Palisades 5 and 10K. It is moved. But the family, I did my first 4th of July 5K in 2nd grade. I was wearing Converse. I had one red sock, one white sock, and my Converse were navy blue. She was patriotic.
Wow.
And I ran the first mile. It was all downhill.
Easy.
Started to go up. And I said, "Dad, I don't want to do this." And he said, "It is equally as far now to the finish line as it is the starting line. And I can't leave you here. So will you walk a tree and run a tree?" And so I did that for another 2 miles, and I was just so over it.
Were you pissed off?
I was pissed off.
Yeah,
but
I
saw that finish line, and I just put on the gas.
Of
we just had a great photo of me sprinting, but I was like hair down.
We can imagine
sprinting to the finish line in my like little American flag shorts, the Converse, and someone from the Low Riley family has run in a 4th of July 5 or 10K for as long as I've been alive. My mom did it when I was pregnant in July.
When you were pregnant or when she was pregnant?
Did I say I was pregnant? Oh my God. My mom ran it when she was pregnant.
Woo, I'm like, have you not told me something?
Whoa. And so it was in July, and then I was born in October. So there's nothing stopping this family. So turkey trots.
Oh, the turkey trots are too
4th
much.
of July. And now as an injured human being, I'm like, what were we thinking? I can't wait. Every day off, I'm just celebrating. So yeah, BFFR.
She's the family.
That's
She's the
us.
family.
Yeah. Okay, what about you?
I mean, imagine me like marrying into
No,
a turkey trot family.
I can't.
I'd be like, no.
I mean, you wouldn't. I feel like you would clear that up on like one of the first dates.
100%.
Like the guy
You
with
got to
the
clear
coconut
everything on the
margaritas.
first date.
Yeah. We're
gonna get into that.
we are gonna get into that. But what was your
my
BFFR
moment? Okay, so last year I got a speeding ticket heading to training.
Were you late?
And like of course I was late. And like he pulled me over and I looked at him. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna give me a ticket for sure. And that he did.
You couldn't get out of it?
No,
I'm disappointed in you.
No. What was that movie back in the day with remember that movie? What's it called? With the guys and they wore these tight little.
Oh,
what's that movie?
With the they're not police, the highway patrol,
sheriff something. What is it?
Yeah, Super Troopers.
It was a super trooper. It was a super trooper who pulled me over with the mustache and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting out of this. There's no way. And so he was like, do you know how fast you were going? I was like, no, honestly, like I'm just trying to get to work. The kids took forever. I'm pulling out things from my ass. Who knows? Didn't care. So I got a ticket and then ticket came in and I was like, oh, like it says that I can just do traffic school. So I signed up for traffic school. Then I
know
forgot.
How this ends. Oh, yeah.
Then I forgot about traffic school.
Duh.
And then I get this email that like they're gonna take away my license and I'm gonna be like have a warrant. And I'm like, wait. So they're like, you have to pay this before July something, but it's the weekend. So everything's closed down. And I'm like, I'm gonna have a warrant out for my arrest because of a super trooper. Anyways, I called. They're like, no, it's closed. You didn't do traffic school. So there's going to like be a point docked from your whatever. And so I was like, well, I was like going through a lot. I was like, can I get traffic school again? And she was like, yeah, you're going to have to write a letter to Your Honor.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm probably gonna forget to do it
the second time. You are absolutely gonna forget to write this letter.
Yeah, but I have the whole thing. Your Honor, I'm just a single mom working 2 jobs, trying to make ends meet, and I couldn't remember.
Be for real, Sydney LaRue.
Please let me do it again. Be for real. That was pretty brutal. So I don't know if there's still a warrant out for my arrest, but if you see me with handcuffed on the side of the road, mind your business.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't even know if I told you that I got a speeding ticket.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Well,
I
don't know what's worse, getting a speeding ticket or getting a speeding ticket or being like married into a turkey trot family.
Which is worse.
You might take the cake.
Which makes you say BFFR more?
The running for fun when we do it for a job.
I don't know. That's up to you. Anyways, those were our BFFR moments of the week. We got some good ones in the DMs. We will share and pick apart all your BFFR moments, but keep them coming. DM us. Call the hotline, whatever you need to do.
Like I said last episode, we want to hear something wild.
Yeah.
Like unhinged so that we can do a deep dive.
We did not name this show BFFR for nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. This episode is brought to you by PNC Bank.
A lot of people think that a podcast where soccer players talk about their daily life would be boring.
And yeah, some of the grind can be boring, but it is our daily rituals and our preparation and doing it together that makes the wins even bigger.
It's like banking with PNC Bank. It might seem boring to plan, save, and make calculated decisions with your bank. Keeping your money boring is what helps you live a more happily fulfilled life.
PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865.
Brilliantly Boring Since 1865 is a service mark of the PNC Financial Services Group, Incorporated. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Let's talk about Tinder.
I love talking about Tinder.
Yeah, that is how Allie met her husband.
Swedish Tinder. Tinder.
Oh, it's more intense than Tinder. Yeah, talk to me about Tinder. Talk to me about dating apps.
Okay, so Tinder's the only dating app I have been on. It was
Bumble?
2016. Nope, it hadn't reached Sweden yet.
Okay.
There was only Tinder.
Okay.
And it was really, really new in Sweden. And there was only like 20 guys on the app. So I would go through and then I swear to God, the deck would like turn over and the same guys would come through again.
Yeah.
Eventually I was like, fine, I'll swipe right on this Lucas guy. But no, we're looking for completely different things.
What was the bio?
I didn't read the bio. I just
No,
looked at the
your
pictures.
bio.
Oh, mine. I definitely didn't mention soccer.
Good for you. It's weird if you do
When
that.
I chatted with guys, I said I was studying in Sweden.
Abroad.
Yes. And Lucas happened to know because he followed women's soccer, which was a green flag.
Biggest
and
green
he
flag.
knew who I was. Mm-hmm.
So he was on his best behave.
But he was also looking for a one-night stand.
Oh!
And I was looking for a rebound after a very terrible dating experience. So it was very strange that we somehow just our worlds
Did you
collided.
have the one-night stand on the first day? The first night? The first date?
It was the second date, Sydney.
Oh!
Yes.
Wow, second date.
Yes.
You're giving it up that early.
The first
wow.
date was the night I came back from the Rio Olympics, and we matched the day before I was leaving. And so we didn't have a chance to meet. Again, we weren't actually trying to be in a relationship with each other. And so it just ended up that the whole time, about 5 weeks when I was in Brazil, we started chatting. We started Snapchatting.
Oh,
I thought he
Snapchat.
was sending me Snapchats. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's flirting with me. And then I saw they were also on his story.
Oh.
So they were just very generalized snaps to probably a lot of women.
Yeah.
And then eventually we started texting and then calling and then FaceTiming. We went through this entire crazy, all the steps in these 5 weeks. The day I got back from the Olympics, we met. He had a hard out. He's like, I have to go see the boys in an hour.
I know this story, Lucas.
And then after an hour, he was so just overcome with just love that he invited me to hang out with the bros. The rest of the story I will tell another time, but we are a Tinder success story.
Okay.
And yeah, had some spicy first dates. But the reason we are speaking about this is because Tinder is trialing a new feature.
Oh, wow.
There's a height filter.
So you have to say your height.
Well, users can filter out matches if they are above or below.
But men lie. So I want to see your ID, and then I'm going to take 2 or 3 inches off your ID.
Don't they measure you when you do your ID?
No, you just tell them, oh, I'm 6'5". No, sir, you're 5'8".
So do you like this filter?
First of all, you're not going to find me on that. But yes, but I still think they're going to lie.
You still think you could get tricked?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No offense to short kings. I've already been there, done that, and I'm not going back.
We did celebrate Short King Week.
Yeah.
Last month in May.
During my birthday.
5'5" to 5'9". Shout out to all who celebrate.
Short kings.
Yeah. How was that being with a short man? We won't say king.
Yeah. I love a heel.
You do?
I love a heel. Can't wear a heel.
So it stopped you from wearing heels?
It did.
You didn't want to?
No, or you got to do that weird thing where you're like...
Oh my God.
You got to do that thing with
you
your
look
neck.
like you're on America's Next Top Model.
You got to do that thing with your neck and like crouch down.
Why did you want to not look taller?
Because I want to feel like a little baby.
Okay.
I want to be.
Okay.
I'm just a girl. But I'm like, I'm just a girl.
Oh my God, stop. So one of Lucas's best friends is a short king.
Yeah.
And
short kings, though, they'll surprise you.
They will. They will. And I won't name names, but Lucas's friend, he said he went on a date with a much taller woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I, of course, had to ask him all about it.
Yeah.
Lucas's friends are used to this by now.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we're all the same height lying down.
You're not, though.
And I was like, but are you?
Not.
I mean,
You're
I get that your heads are in the same place. And then he did say when they were kind of like getting into it that he did kind of want to like, you know, like flip her over and he was
the
sweating.
Strength, yeah.
But he was like, I'm into it.
Some people are. And like some women are like, yeah, let me dominate you.
But I would say most of my tall friends are looking for a tall partner, and it is hard for them.
Yeah.
And they do get a bit catfished. So I am hoping that this filter.
Don't lie. Come on.
You are going to meet in person.
Yeah. And then they're going to see that you're short. And then, like,
they
probably would have gone on a date with you regardless. But you started off lying, and that's a red flag.
Do you have any other first date red flags?
I got a couple. Let's see. If I get asked on a date, I'm not bringing my wallet.
Oh, you're not even going to do the reach.
No, I'm not even going to pretend that it's in there. No. No, you asked me on a date. I want to be treated a certain way.
Yeah.
And
you're upfront about that.
I am very upfront about that. Like, sorry. No. I've been paying for men my whole life. I ain't paying for you.
Period.
What's your red flag? Also, you got to pick me up. I don't care how far away I live in LA.
You want them to know where you live?
No. You got to like get them to pick you up with like I'm with my friend at Casa. Pick me up there.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've never been on a first date like that. So I don't really know. But for me.
Or you're paying for my Uber.
That would be really nice.
Yeah. And then I know people are going to be like, you blah, blah, blah. Trust me when I say this. When you want to have a partner and you want the life that you want, put it out front. No games.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Well, then they're not later going to be like, oh, you expect me to pay for.
Yes,
like,
I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good that you're
Thank you.
honest about that.
I am.
Not bringing the wallet at all.
No.
Yeah, that's.
No, I'm sorry.
You
brought me here.
Yes, I think the person asking.
I'm never going to ask someone on a date.
Okay. What about later on?
Oh, later on for sure.
Like, I got this one, you get this one, split it.
But the first time,
yeah,
you're asking me to go 50-50, I'm asking you to go home.
Yeah. Lucas did, I think the food was on the house because he and the boys always went to this place. Nice. But he did get my salad and my drink that first night. Ooh. I know.
It's not a red flag, it's a green flag.
Yes.
I don't know. That's just kind of my thing. I don't know.
For me, I'm trying to think if there was an activity that I wouldn't like.
Hiking?
I would love a first date hike.
A first date hike, to me, in my mind, you're taking me up to the mountains and you're going to kill me.
You watch way too much of that true crime stuff.
No, you're going to kill me. Why do you want to go on a hike with me? Do I look like a hiker?
Well, you're athletic. Okay, so you want to be wined and dined, right?
Yes.
I'd like to be in the outdoors, but I'm also afraid of committing to something. So when I blame Lucas on having like the hard out, I was like, thank God. Because I'm like, we can meet from 8 to 9 p.m. Because if this isn't happening, I'm out.
You were there until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
So
the hard out was gone. Because you were in love.
We were feeling it. But now I think I have grown up a little bit, but I had a very superficial state of mind where I'm like, if in the moment I see someone, I'm not attracted to them, I'm hightailing it out of there.
I don't really like the whole like, oh, it's about the personality. You have to be attracted to the person for sure. Like if there's no attraction and they have a good personality, you're like, yeah, you have a good personality. But like
We can be friends.
we can be best friends.
I do think that attraction can build though over time.
I agree.
And I feel like
I agree.
I see that more now. And I think that probably would have changed like some of the people that I was interested or I wasn't interested in, but could have been. Like younger, I had a very like
when I was younger, I loved a medium ugly man. Because you thought that like, hey, come on, you're gonna treat me like a princess. And then they don't. And then they don't. And you're like,
a medium ugly man.
Medium ugly is my favorite. Was my favorite. College. Sorry, all my boyfriends in college.
Yeah.
No, they were like, I had some of the best boyfriends, truly. But didn't work out.
Okay, so to finish this segment, as the pros call it, if you are on a dating app and this filter was available, are you using it?
Yeah, 100%.
Same.
100%. I'm not shallow. Actually, maybe I am. Because I've had a lot of frogs in my life. And now I want the prince. I'm going for the prince. Period. All right, we've filtered out enough men for the day. It's time for happy hour.
Woo!
We need a drink. Let's go. First of all, love the hat.
This is my win, starting it right off. Tori, again. Tori, who made the awesome basketball jersey, made us our unofficial merch here. Check out
Be Fucking a Real Hats.
So thank you, Tori.
Thank you, Tori.
I'm wearing a baseball hat with BFFR on it in case you are listening to this.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. So thank you,
really
Tori.
Cool.
Amazing
love
fans.
It, love
Amazing
it.
fans. We're very lucky. So that's my win. I got a new cool hat. And obviously there's a couple for Sydney as well. Okay. What was your one of the week, Sid?
I got like a nice little date night, which is few and far. What is it?
Few and far
between.
Well, you're busy.
She's a busy gal. He's busy.
Did he pay?
Of course he did.
Did he pick you up?
Didn't even bring my purse. He knows that.
You didn't bring
He knows
anything.
that. That's why we love him. Yeah, we had a nice little date night. No kids.
That's important.
You know. So yeah, we had a nice little time.
Well, I have a loss for both of us.
You do.
Because this is a doozy. Okay. So
what happened? To me? It happened to me and you?
No, but like you will be sad for me.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I threw my keys down the trash chute at my apartment. Yeah. And I have thought about this happening every single time I have thrown the trash away because you have to use the fob to get back in.
Okay.
So you go out, you go into the trash room,
that makes sense.
Open the chute, and then you throw the trash in. And every single time, and Lucas and I have even talked about it, how easy would it be to just chuck your keys in with the trash? I'm not that careless. I had my keys on a lanyard around my wrist.
Locked in.
And holding the door. It was this way. As I threw the bag in, it somehow caught on my key and dragged and like my arm starts going down the chute. So like I let go.
You went down.
So better the keys than me, right?
Did you go?
So I run down. I can hear like doop, 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 doop. So I run down the stairs. I look in the trash bin at the bottom, and this room is god awful.
Stinky.
So smelly. Flies everywhere and trash everywhere. And I look in the bin underneath the chute, and all the trash bags are white and mine is black. So then I'm like looking up the chute, nothing. So then I'm on the 5th floor. So I go on the 1st floor and I'm looking, and I thought maybe if there's bags like stuck, and I'm looking. And so I had to go to the leasing office and say I threw my keys down the chute. And she didn't want to hear about my whole story. Like, it was on my wrist.
Yeah. She didn't give
and she
two
said,
shits.
I don't think you're getting them back, but I will call maintenance. And this guy, I had changed into old clothes. I was ready to go dumpster diving. Okay.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So he looked in and said, I'm sorry, there are no black bags. And I said, is there any way it could be stuck? And he's like, will you please wait outside?
But outside of where?
The trash room.
Okay.
And so I stand around the corner and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get in his way. And it's probably unsafe being in there. And I hear like banging and I can hear like bags coming down the chute and I hear banging. They were really disgusting. I had to obviously throw away the lanyard, but he got them. So like it has a happy ending.
Okay.
But it was mortifying. Brutal. It was mortifying. And I felt so
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall, like one of the 1,000 flies in the trash place, just to watch you.
I had like old Angel City gear on and I was running up and down the stairs and like about to dumpster dive.
Okay.
Not as bad as you crutching down the side of the 101, but it was like, I did think you would have laughed if you saw me doing this.
I absolutely would have laughed. And I would have done that like 2 years ago. So
yeah,
you're fine.
Thank you.
You're fine.
Let's talk about something we're loving.
Something we're loving. Let's hear it.
So I have been talking about him now for a month, but I went to Jay Shetty's tour on purpose. I actually saw the sign and I have like a little bit of dyslexia sometimes. And I thought it said no purpose. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we're all here. Like, Jay, help us out. Like, we don't have purpose.
We have zero purpose here.
But no, it's on purpose. The tour is over now, but I just, every single thing he said, I just felt like it was useful for my life. And Jimmy Kimmel was the guest on the show. And he was so vulnerable and he was cracking jokes when he was uncomfortable, but then actually allowed Jay to ask him these questions and like really go there. And it was very inspirational as a fellow podcaster, but just like as a human being. And one of my favorite things that he said was, there's like a common misconception or a lie that we're told that you can be anything you want. And I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm always saying that. And he said, that's a lie.
Oh.
But what you can be is everything you are. Oh. And that's enough.
I love that.
Like,
also, I want to say that Allie came into the training room while I was working out and she had a full-blown story that I had to stop. Our PT had to stop. And we were just locked into Allie. And she was just like, yeah.
Yeah. So I
was supposed to go.
I know. But
you know.
You're busy.
Kids.
So anyways, I just like can't get enough. And he is my number one wish for the guest list here to come on BFFR. So if anyone is listening, Jay.
Please, Jay. Allie loves you.
It would be my dream.
Also, so do I, because you gave me a lot of good points.
It would be my dream. Okay. Anyways, are you loving anything as much as I'm loving Jay Shetty?
I don't think I'm loving anything as much as you love Jay Shetty. But I did I'm loving cooking again.
Yeah, you're always talking about
back and forth. But I do love cooking and like I just get lazy and I'm like, whatever, I'll just Uber Eats. But when I cook, I'm like, you savor it. And I'm like, man, Sydney, you are so good at what you do. I really think that because I made these unbelievable tacos and it was just like, I made them for my friend and my friend was like, these are the best tacos I've ever had in my life. Like, I can't even. And I'm like, I know, because I can cook. So I'm loving cooking. Every other week, I love it.
Yeah, that feels accurate.
Yeah. Cheeky.
Have you bought anything recently?
Oh, well, I've been telling you that I'm like redoing the house since August and I still have zero.
August of last year.
Yeah, August of 2024. And like I told you I was like working with a an interior designer, but I'm like, I want to do my own thing.
And you're a
Like,
great decorator. You have great
but it
vision.
takes time.
It does.
It takes time. And like, I have like my big pieces, but like art is extremely hard. And like, I have like a mixture of like visions. Like, I love organic modern, but I love mid-century, but I also love contemporary. I love a little vintage. So like, I want to bring them all together in a way that like, it's not going to be like the 2000s gray and white,
Okay.
you know? So yeah, I ordered a bunch of things and now they're on their way and this house is about to be a home.
Okay, 1 year later. Good job, boo-boos.
Yeah. But I could have just like bought stuff to buy it, but I really like took my time on this.
You were very intentional.
I was very intentional and I'm very proud of myself.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Art is expensive, by the way.
It is very expensive.
Holy shit.
And these aren't like original Picassos, but like prints are really expensive.
Like, I'm sorry, why is this $6,000?
Yeah.
Told the kids, go get a canvas and draw on it.
Yeah. Yes. Will there be any original work on the walls?
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be.
I love that.
You know how I love to pick up a hobby.
Yes. Yes. I meant the kids, but I'm glad you also are going to put something out there.
Yes.
Well, we just sound kind of old, but I will say adult because what I have bought is new cookware.
Oh, wow.
I've never purchased cookware before.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I would move from team to team or a club, it would always like be an international ordeal. And that was the one thing when you arrived.
Leave your cookware there?
When I would leave, I feel like maybe another player would get it or it went back to the club.
Okay.
And then when I would come,
I'm proud of you.
they like provide it to you.
It's a game changer.
I know. Also very expensive. But I'm excited. And the stuff that I had here was from when I arrived at the Orlando Pride.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this is we'll see. We've got this non-stick and some stainless steel.
Yeah,
and
stainless steel is good. Non-stick, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
No plastics, no nothing.
Right. Exactly. So we've chucked everything out and well, I got to go home and cook something.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know I love my knives.
Yes. You have some very fancy knives.
I do love my knives. Cut my finger open, but
worth it.
Worth it. Absolutely worth it. Yeah.
Something we're watching. I just watched the original Lilo and Stitch because I do want to see the new one. I know I'm so behind.
The kids want to see the new one. Yeah. We should go because June said she saw it and she was crying.
Yes. And I mean, it's a kind of dark tale. Like, I didn't remember how much Lilo and her sister like are really struggling after their parents die. And like, they're in a tough spot. Like, child services is coming and knocking on the door. Like, this is just stuff you don't think about when you're a kid. You're like, oh, Alien is there and they're best friends now. Like, it was intense. So I'm excited to see if by the time we do it, it's still in theaters, but excited to see this, the live action. And I've heard like the singing and the acting is really good. So,
I've been watching Pulse and so have the kids because once I get involved in a show, there's nothing that stops me. And so now the kids every night are like, can we watch Pulse?
I don't, what
it's
is
a
that?
hospital show with like blood and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And Sissy's I'm like, close your eyes. And the kids are always like this. And there's like,
oh, geez.
And I'm like, you're going to sleep with me. Like,
anyways, so
get to know the real stuff. So we're in the middle of Pulse right now. Loving that.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. If you've seen Pulse, it's not a family affair, but it is for me. And also I completely binged the Sherry Papini. My mom says Sherry Panini, but it's Papini. The case, like her
it's a murder.
It's not a murder. She like faked a kidnapping. And then we watched there's a show that comes out that's like not her, but like someone acting it. And then she comes out with her own story. And I'm like, girl, you're still being caught in lies. Like, what do you mean? It's tough. And I'm like, of course, I'm a girl's girl. But I'm like, I don't believe you.
Sherry. Sid has some advice.
Sherry, relax and just be honest.
Well, before we go, it's time for last call.
Our favorite part.
Yeah. Let's hear our question, comment, message.
Yeah, we need to get into it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hi, my name is Heather. I am from San Diego, California. I have been one of Angel City's biggest fans from day one.
Love that.
Since June is Pride Month, which means rainbows everything, glitters everywhere, and of course, extra excuses to celebrate love in all forms. Women's soccer has long been one of the strongest supporters of the LGBTQ plus community, and you two have been amazing allies. So in the spirit of both celebration and reflection, what does Pride Month mean to you personally as allies in a sport that embraces diversity so fiercely? If you could give a shout out to my wife, Allison, that would be amazing. Thanks, guys.
First of all, shout out to Allison.
Shout out Allison. Right away.
Love that you're from San Diego, but you're a true Angel City fan.
Yes.
The Wave. They're playing really well right now, but let's just.
But Angel City till we die.
Yeah, Angel City till we die. Well, I always call Ally Riley because that's just
my
it just
favorite
makes
nickname.
Sense, you know. But I feel like you love who you love, and there's nothing that anyone can do about that. And I think that it's so important now to be able to feel comfortable in loving who you love. Whether you're in a heterosexual relationship or not, like having the power to like be able to be yourself is something that I will always stand behind.
Yeah, and the truth is that people don't feel like they have that power and they're not supported, and that is why it's so important for us when we have this platform and that we haven't faced criticism and discrimination for our relationships. And so we feel like we have the energy and we want to stand up for what we believe in, even if we aren't a part of the LGBTQ plus community. And so I think any moment we can, we love to talk about how important Pride is to us. And obviously June being Pride Month and having the Angel City Pride Games, hopefully you're able to come out, because I think it really makes people feel welcome and included in our space. And then it's just a reminder that we all need to put even more effort to make sure that people feel that way in every single space.
Yeah.
And I love just the rainbows and the fan
colors.
fest, everything. It is such a celebration, but there also has to be action as well. And especially now, I think, we have a long way to go in terms of making sure that LGBTQ plus rights are not taken away when they definitely are threatened right now. So it's just something that's really important to us. But thank you for your message, and thank you for just being an Angel City fan and coming out with your wife. And yeah, we hope that we can interact and meet you at a game.
All of our friends are lesbians. Let's be honest. We love them. But yeah, I would say that like coming to an Angel City game, being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community is probably like one of the most unreal like environments, because I just feel like everyone is so accepted. And that's like beautiful to see. We love that, and we hope to continue to push for more acceptance everywhere.
And we are in July now, but that does not mean that Pride is over.
Pride never ends.
Keep wearing your merch, keep spreading awareness, and keep fighting for everybody's rights to love whoever they love. Okay, well, we're lucky because it's not over. We are going to answer some fan questions from the socials.
Ooh.
So, Sid, what's your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about you is that I am like fully myself always. And I never feel uncomfortable. I think that like being around you, anyone who's around you feels like they can be their like complete authentic self. And I just like you're my shoulder to cry on. You're like somebody I lean into all the time, and someone like I completely trust, like with my life and with my kids' life. And I think that's like really hard to find. But yeah, that's what I think of you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about you is that similarly, when we have had such challenges in our lives, and that you always know what to say to make me laugh, and you know me so well, and you know when like something is off, and especially these last like, I don't know, 12, 16 months, like to have someone that just knows you that well, because you need a reminder, like you need perspective. You need a reminder that there is more to life than soccer, that I am enough even if I can't play. Like you've just been so consistent with your messaging because you've been so loving. And I think that kind of like loyalty, we joke about you being terrible at texting back and answering your phone, but like the very, very deep level, the most important things that I've needed in my life, and like the worst period in my career, and like the worst time for my family with the fires, you have just been everything I have needed in my life. And so, yeah, I just really, really appreciate you. You know what I need all the time.
Yeah. I feel like we know each other so well.
Yeah.
Like I can look at you and be like, something's off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to like talk to her later. Something's off. I just feel it.
Yeah.
And like I think that's like what we like to do for each other. Just like help each other through like the really shitty times, and then really enjoy the good ones.
Yeah. And we don't like doing the same things. We don't need to see each other every day. Like it's more,
we talk every day.
Yeah. But we don't need to like socialize surface level all the time.
Yeah.
But like if we need each other, we're there.
Yeah. 100%.
And we do like to have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
I think this is kind of easy. I think. Who would survive longer on Naked and Afraid, and why?
You. I'm not a camper. I'm not a like build a fire type gal. Remember when like we talk about like the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
I would just bite me and I will be a zombie, because I just can't deal with the stress.
Like you could be naked, but as soon as you're afraid, you're out.
I'm a naked person.
But like there's no naked and afraid. You're like, why am I doing this if I'm afraid?
Right. I'll be naked, but I'm not going to be afraid.
Yes. Exactly. I don't know if you'll find either of those.
No.
I don't know if you'll find either of us on those types of shows.
You're a naked person too, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would do Naked and Afraid. I'd rather do Dancing with the Stars.
Naked?
Yes. That's a new one that we are coming out with.
Just a nice little...
Just the kicks and the twists and the flips.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
Of course, for sure.
Oh, well, thank you for sticking with us for another wild ride on the BFFR show.
We love it.
Make sure you're subscribed. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
5 stars.
Rate and review.
Yeah. Don't be mean, though, because I've been seeing some shit on Facebook that I'm not really happy with.
You've been on Facebook, so
I know, because I like Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, of course, if it's shopping related.
I do like Facebook Marketplace for the house.
Well, we really are putting out bonus content now, so don't forget to check out the YouTube page. Check out Instagram. You know you followed us for that original content in the beginning.
Yeah.
We're coming back with more.
It's back.
Yeah. And keep sending us your questions via the BFFR hotline, 833-TXT-BFFR.
Chicken, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to the people?
Chicken's done with us.
Give us 5 fucking stars. Oh.
See you next Monday.
Chicken. Language.